Welcome to the Higher Level podcast. So tonight we're going to be having a bit of a Cage Warrior special. So on the show tonight we have Scott Malone. Thanks for coming on, Scott. And we also have Luke Shanks. So both Scott and Luke have got big fights coming up on Cage Warriors. Scott will be fighting on the 6th of September, and that's in the Cage Warriors Unplugged show, and that is in the bantamweight tournament. So we'll come to you first, Scott. So obviously last time out you fought for the belt. Things didn't go your way. This time you've got the news about getting into the tournament, but you're now training full time as well. So how much of a big difference has that made leading up to this one?
Yeah, just obviously the recovery is 100 times better. Being able to see my kids in that as well. Like, you can go and train in the morning. I could do my session at 8 or 9. I don't need to get up stupid early. Yeah. Right, the last time I was getting up at like 5:30 and going for a run, then going to work, then coming home and then going straight to the gym. Whereas now I can get up whatever time, I can train, I can come home, I could sleep, I could eat. Yeah, maybe so much eat, but
obviously we're cutting weight.
Just not very good food I can eat, but yeah, it's just the whole recovery side of things is 100 times better.
So just letting your body, obviously you had quite a physical job as well. So is it just that rest you're getting in between sessions? Are you feeling then when you're getting into your sessions you're just getting much more out of them? Yeah,
definitely. Like, even strength and conditioning coach, he was saying like just massive improvements from when I'm coming in. Even at the start of my camp, I was like hitting the same numbers that I was hitting at the end of my camp, like fitness wise, just because I was getting that recovery. I mean, I was able to train, I was able to just recover and just be happy rather than waking up every day and like dreading each day and like fucking just going home and, you know what I mean, like after training, waking up the next day and like, fuck, I've got to do this all over again. You know what I mean? Whereas now I'm like, I'm getting up and I'm enjoying training. I can go home, I could play with the kids, I could do whatever. It's like I've been going on walks with the kids. Just stupid wee things that you don't really think of. It's just made me a happier person rather than being depressed. I was pretty much depressed when I was working, so all around I've just been happier and better recovery.
So would we say then that a happier, well-rested Scott Malone's a more dangerous Scott Malone then?
Definitely. I've been working loads on cardio this time, obviously, because it's going to be possibly 2 fights. So we've been doing a lot of cardio. I think maybe my cardio let us down a wee bit last time, so we've just been doing loads and loads and loads of cardio. Still strength again, but like I felt stronger than it ever was the last time, but now I'm feeling stronger and fitter this time. So
I think obviously it was a body shot as well. Jack, did you take much away for that fight when you were in there with Jack? Was there stuff you learned about yourself in there?
To be honest, I thought I've done good. Jack's obviously a good fighter. I'm going to take nothing away from his win. Like, he caught me with that kick, and that kick did change the fight. Yeah, definitely. And it was my stupid kick that got me taken down in the first place. He capitalised, just like his game of inches. You know what I mean? It's always a game of inches. He took me down, and I was already hurt for that kick, and he capitalised and won the fight. It's shit the way it happened, but
it's just one of these things. It happens in a fight. It is, like you say, a game of inches. And going into this fight as well, it is as a tournament format, which is quite interesting. It's not something we see as much these days. When you found out you were getting in the tournament, what was your thoughts on it?
First of all, I thought it would be totally different people, for one, but I sort of put that idea out there on Twitter. Yep. And they stole my idea, pretty much. So it's good that I'm in there. I'm happy that I'm in there, and I'm not going to lose out twice. You know what I mean? I'm going in there to win that 100%.
And when you're saying that you were surprised about who was in the tournament, who were you expecting to be in the tournament that isn't in it?
Booland. I thought Booland would be in it, and I thought Mike Aikendale would be in it as well. Yeah. But that is what it is. I thought Josh Reed would be in it, to be fair. Yeah. Coming off of 2 wins, I think he deserves to be in there. Yeah. I think it's just because, obviously, like, I know Marco, and I know I was supposed to fight Jack years ago, maybe 2016. He actually pulled out on the Thursday, so we never got to fight. But yeah, like, I've knew about Jack for years, and I know he's quite good, so I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve to be there. I just thought it was going to be different people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously yourself and Josh and the two guys. Obviously, you're fighting Jack Cartwright. He's coming in. He's 5-0. He's undefeated. That's correct. But this is him first time competing in the Cage Warriors.
Yeah.
He's stepping in. No, it's a wee bit of, obviously not just the fact it's a tournament, but you're going in. You're fighting in the Unplugged. So you're actually going to be fighting in a BT studio, so it's going to be a small audience. And I think for people watching as well, you can hear the impact of strikes. You can hear everything. Are you looking forward to that experience as well? You've not got the big crowd, or does it make any difference?
I don't know if it's going to make a difference. For me, it probably won't. I don't really get nervous anyway. Obviously, everybody gets a wee bit nervous before the fight, but I know, like, it's just another day for me. You know what I mean? It's just every time I go in there, I feel more relaxed. I think I felt a wee bit too relaxed in the last one.
Aye.
But yeah, it's going to be just a fight at the end of the day. When you're in there, I don't know about you, but when I'm in there, I can't really hear nothing anyway. It's just
so just focused. Laser.
I could only hear my cornerman, and that's me. That's the only person I could hear shouting. Anybody else making noise is just irrelevant. I'm just listening out for my cornerman. Yeah,
and so obviously you've got Jack in your bracket, and Josh, somebody who you've fought and actually beaten as well. He's fighting Kavicevic. Again, I believe Kavicevic came in undefeated 5-0 as well.
Yeah.
So have you had a look at that fight at all, or have you got any thoughts on reading Kavicevic, what you think might happen there?
Well, I trained with Marco over in Team Alpha Male.
Right.
So we actually shared the room together.
Right.
So it's going to be a bit weird if he goes through and I need to fight him, but like I gave him a message, says good luck, like whatever happens, we'll get a pint at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think Marco's going to beat Josh. Like,
yeah.
Obviously I wasn't in there long enough with Josh, so I never really got a good feel of what he's all about. But I've sparred with Marco, and Marco's really good. Like, I don't take nothing away from Marco, and I think he's better than Josh.
Yeah.
I think the only fight that everybody would have seen would have been him versus Nathaniel Woods, and I think he's better than that. You know what I mean? When I trained with him anyway, so yeah, he's went on to win fights. What did you say? He was 5-0.
That's 5-0. I
think he's 10-2 altogether. Is it?
11-2 and 1.
11-2. Yeah. So he's got a good record as well. You know what I mean? He's not beating bums.
Aye. And we've obviously got the alternative fight as well. So it's Depap, and I'm going to have to murder this guy's name. Palaricio, I think it is.
To be honest, I've not even looked.
So they guys are obviously they're there in case obviously anything happens to any of you guys. So at the end of the tournament, do you fully expect that you're going to be walking away for that show with the Cage Warriors belt?
100%, man. I'm not, honestly, I'm not losing out twice. Like, there's not a chance. I know how down I was feeling after that fight, and I felt I sort of let myself down with working and doing everything at the same time. Now I've got no excuse. I'm 100%. Like, been training basically, full time. I have been training, so I've got no excuses to go in there and lose.
So is that then potentially a big takeaway for the fight with Jack? Maybe not necessarily so much in the fight, but the feeling after the fight, and just making sure that you don't get that doesn't happen again. Is that a big motivator? Yeah,
definitely, 100%. Like that, I went quite a dark place. Like after the fight, I've never lost since my first pro fight.
Yeah, and
again, I was quite depressed after that one. So I don't take losing very well. So as what it is, I'm not going away from there without that belt. Like.
Perfect. And look, we'll bring you in because obviously you've got a fight coming up as well. You're fighting in Cage Warriors Liverpool, and that's on the 28th of September, and you're fighting against Petra Menga. So he's a pretty big name. He's well known. He's an experienced guy. How happy were you when that name came across to you?
Yeah, at first I was looking on. I knew he'd been to ACB, and I didn't realise he'd fought ex-UFC Mizugaki and people like that. And he did nearly knock him out at the start, but then he sort of faded away. And then his second pro fight, second loss, the second one, that was another good guy, but the third guy, I wasn't really impressed with him. 5-5, and you're getting a loss against a guy like that, even if it's bantamweight. I know it's 13 and flyweight, but in the future, you got to judge a guy on his last 3 fights, and if they're all losses, I'm feeling pretty confident. Yeah,
I was going to say that. Looking like we said there, his last 2 losses have been at bantamweight, and then one in previous to that was at flyweight. I think he's 13-3 now. So when you're looking at those fights, do they just give you confidence leading into the fight?
Yeah, not so much confidence. I mean, he is a killer, but there's holes there, and he's burning out. There's no doubt about that. Maybe it was the weight, because he did look unstoppable at flyweight, but he was definitely burning out. And my cardio's been amazing since I got here. James has sorted that out, man.
Yeah. And is that something you look at as well? Obviously, Menga has missed weight in the past. He's then went to flyweight. He's had to go up to 135. And is that something you look at and you wonder how will he then going for those two? He obviously went to 135, coming back to 125. How that'll take it out of him?
Yeah, I'm not too bothered about that. I just think they've actually gave me more of a purse if he misses the weight, because they're not confident he's going to make the weight. But I mean, it's always been easy for me. But I don't know. We'll see.
So is that then something that's in place for you, almost like a bit of a guarantee? Because it's normally about 20% you get if a fighter misses weight.
Yeah, they've upped it for this one. So it's not much being on Cage Warriors, but it's at least 50 or more, I think.
Yeah, but when you look at through a lot of promotions, when guys, if you look through the win rate for guys that miss weight, it can actually be quite high. So is that a concern then, a guy missing weight, and you think, has he really actually, like maybe you've had to kill yourself to make that weight? How much an advantage that gives them? Is that something you look at and think about?
Yeah, I've thought about it. I mean, you think about these things when you're taking the fight. You're right, Cejudo, he did that for his whole career, even in UFC. But before that, he was missing 2-3 kilos every fight. Yeah. And we'll just see how it plays out. But I'm seriously confident in this one anyway. And can't thank James enough, because this is the second out of probably 15 fights, amateur and pro. Maybe more now, actually. Maybe more like 20. This is the second southpaw I've fought, so I was struggling with that. James has sort of changed that around. I've had a full southpaw camp. Stevie Ray's been helping me out, and I'm really confident now, because before I was struggling with other southpaws. I was having to switch stance, go into that open stance on the other side, but I'm feeling good now. Yeah,
and Stevie Ray's not a bad guy to be training with either.
Nah.
And you certainly want to be avoiding those shots.
Nah, that's it.
And the other thing with Menga, he does come in, his experience, he's got a good name. How big an opportunity is that for you? Not only fighting Cage Warriors, but getting an opportunity to fight a guy like that. Does that potentially give you a chance to really put your name in Cage Warriors?
Yeah, I mean, we did try and get a belt shot straight after that. They said nothing's guaranteed, but I still think he's the best currently in the UK at flyweight. I think there's no real doubt about that. It's definitely a harder fight than Fadine, the title holder. And I guess that's Europe or a world title, but yeah, he's definitely a harder fight than Fadine, that's for sure. So
for you then, going in there, if you can go in there and get the win against Menga, do you feel that puts you in the position to be the best flyweight in the country?
Yeah, and if I beat him in style, I mean, it's undeniable they should give me the belt, but I know these politics work, but I mean, I'm going to call for it. I'm going to scream for it. But
absolutely, take your opportunity when it's there. And the other thing as well, you've touched on about James here and higher level. You made the switch up here. We have spoke about it in the past, but how much has that helped you as a fighter, mentally, physically? How much has that evolved your game?
Yeah, I didn't big him up enough on that last podcast.
Did he give you some stick for that?
No, it's just after the fight I was in holiday mode. My dad had just moved up. But no, yeah, at first, well, from the week I come down here, I knew there was serious holes in my game that he sorted out. Footwork wise, and just planting my feet on my shots. So I was sort of jumping and leaping into them before. I was only using stand up as a way to get people to the ground. Now I'm genuinely comfortable there, and I'm definitely seeing myself with more attributes like the other UFC fighters. I look at them and I'm just a smaller version now of Stevie and Danny. So
is that something as well that opens you up? You said there you were only really using your stand-up to get it to the ground. Scott, you could probably speak to this as well. If you now feel confident that your stand-up is actually a weapon as well, that surely can only help your ground game too.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was only a matter of time before I move up against these top guys where you can't be one-dimensional in the sport. You've got to have everything, because if you can't get a guy down, you've got to be able to take him out on the feet. And I always had the power there, but I never never wanted to throw it in case I'm leaning too much and my head's always in the wrong spot. But it's pretty sound now, and I think I'm going to get the job done.
I think that's something you can probably speak to as well, Scott, because a lot of people know you for your grappling background, but you've shown in Cage Warriors that you certainly got some hands as well.
Yeah, I feel I've actually been working with a boxing coach. Is actually my strength and conditioning coach. His brother, Craig Lusby, or Adam Lusby, is my strength and conditioning coach. His brother, he does the boxing up in Dundee, and he trains with like Paul Keane, he's with Fight for a Title. He's training like guys like Monty Ogilvie and stuff they're all fighting for Celtic titles and stuff like that. So I've been in sparring with boxing guys, and boxing's always been like my worst thing to do.
Yeah,
I hated boxing. I don't mind kicking, but I've always hated boxing just because I felt like I had no head movement and stuff like that. And obviously head movement's a little bit different to MMA, but since working with Craig, I've found my range a lot more. So I feel like I'm going to probably use a lot more hands in this fight. I feel like I've got the power. Like Craig was saying when I was on the pads, he's like, Scott, I've never felt you so powerful, like hitting the pads. So definitely the power's there. Now, I've just been able to given the technique to actually utilise it properly, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely more confident using my hands as well.
Is it something as well then, when you're saying you hated boxing at the start, so when you start noticing those improvements in it and like your head movement and everything's coming in, do you start maybe finding a wee bit of a love for it?
Yeah.
When you feel like you're getting better?
Yeah. See, I was sparring guys like Monty, who I mentioned earlier on. He's got a fight against a southpaw coming up as well. So both of us, I was sparring with him. Felt like I was holding my own. He fights a little bit lower than me. He fights at 59. But I felt like I was holding my own against these good boxers, you know what I mean? So it gave me a big confidence boost going in and sparring with these dudes at boxing, because usually before, if I was boxing, I'd like panic and I'd shoot. Obviously you can't shoot when you're boxing, so I was forced to move. I was forced to, like, we've been working on different ranges, hitting the bag, like standing really close to a bag and hitting a bag. Whereas before, if I got in that range, I'd probably grab a hold of someone. Yeah. But now I feel like I can pick away at people, and I've been hitting pads and stuff. I've actually been working with another guy, Jimmy the Pad, he calls himself.
Oh, I know.
So he's through Alex Neddens. I've worked a wee bit with Alex Nedden as well. So all these guys have been helping me with loads with striking. So I'm actually feeling like super confident on the feet just now.
How important is that for you as well? Getting that opportunity to go out and work with different guys, and just does that just showing you slight different things you can maybe improve on? Do you feel that's benefiting you as well? Definitely.
I've always wanted to go and train at different places, train with different people. I did it with judo. Yeah. I mean, and it was never training at the same place. We would go to like training camps, and you'd be like 1 week you'd be in Germany, 1 week you'd be in Belgium, like 1 week you'd be in Canada. You know what I mean? Like you're always training with different people. So you see how different people fight, and you could take things away from the way you fight against these different people in judo. So why not do the same thing for MMA? You know what I mean? It's what made me better at judo, so it's definitely going to make me better at MMA. Absolutely. And you obviously get an opportunity. This is your first time down at higher levels, and both of these were on the mat, so you get a wee chance to we were
do a bit
together.
of grappling, share some techniques.
So we've done, what did we do, five?
Yeah,
fives there rolling. Luke came up and sparred in Dundee as well. Maybe like, what was it, last month or something?
Yeah, maybe a little bit longer than that.
Yeah. It's good to get guys. Luke's got the same sort of style as me, I reckon, so it's good to get someone that's that style against me. So yeah, it's good to get different bodies. Obviously the guys I train with my own gym, they know how I fight. Right? You train with the same guys over and over and over, you know what they're going to do. You're against a good striker, right? You know they're going to be a good striker, you probably try and take them down. Aye. You know what I mean? Whereas when I train with Luke, he's going for takedowns, you know what I mean? So it's good to get different bodies, man. Yeah, it's almost like when you're training with guys day in, day out, you can almost you get patterns on guys, and you can kind of, so you don't get as much out of it. Yeah, definitely. I'm assuming, Luke, when you first come up to higher level, obviously a lot of bodies on the mat up here. Is that something you found as well? Was that one of the things that helped you? So many guys in the room that you can go around, guys you've never trained with, and showing you different things. And
yeah, that's it, definitely, man. Yeah, you need that new body now and again. You can't just keep the same ones day in, day out. Luckily, James is always getting me people in here, so it's pretty good. And yeah, I'm glad I went up to spar with Scott, because I realised coming up against a southpaw. I need to change my game up. And I said to James, I'm not really confident against the southpaw, and it's fixed that now. I'm confident more than ever now. So
does that feel then like that was sort of a hole in your game that you feel like you've now closed?
Yeah, I never really needed to do that, you know. So just even stuff like takedowns, you're always used to going for one side, then to go for the other, and just the whole thing really. Just switch on people. You can't switch when it's Stevie Ray and Scott. You know, they've got power. So
I think if we've learnt something about takedowns and going in, if we look at Ben Askren, maybe mix up how you shoot in, or you could end up being a pretty big meme and have Masvidal looking over you. Did you? I'm assuming you saw that.
Yeah, definitely.
What did you think? I know it was a while back now, but what did you think of that knockout?
I think it was crazy. You don't get a better knockout. You know what I mean? It was just the way, the whole time of it, the whole way he did it. It was just nuts. The whole, obviously with Ben, I still like Ben as a fighter. I think he's really funny. He's not one of these fighters that I hate that are like really arrogant, but he's like funny when he's trash talking. You know what I mean? So I enjoyed that. So seeing him getting knocked out was pretty shit, because I wanted him to keep trash talking, but he sort of is anyway. So he takes it on his chin. He's like fucking.
He definitely took it in his chin.
He's happy. He's not happy. He's like, seen some of his tweets. He's like, I'm sorry that I lost. Now you've got to listen to fucking these guys.
But it's and Askren's one of the guys as well. Probably a lot of fans maybe not like his style, but he overcomes that with his personality and how he is outside the cage. But I'll be looking forward to seeing Ben in. And another thing I wanted to actually speak to you about, we obviously have just come off the back of a big card. We had Stipe fighting DC, and we obviously had Nate and Pettis. So just want to get your thoughts on the heavyweight fight with Stipe and DC. I'll come to you first on that. Look, what did you think of the fight?
I kind of knew it was going to go that way. I thought DC got that lucky punch in last time, because I thought he was losing the first part of the round. And he's probably number 2 heavyweight, but he was never going to beat Stipe.
Do you think he maybe made a bit of a mistake in terms of, I think he came out and said it, he's a fantastic wrestler, no two ways about that, but do you think that maybe the knockout against Stipe leaned too much, he went into that boxing too much rather than using what essentially is his bread and butter?
I definitely think so. Like, so that Stipe, when Stipe found that body shot, that was it, man. That was just it. That just totally killed him, you know what I mean? That was just what as soon as that one hit, and he just found a wee hole for it, and he just kept getting it and getting it and getting it, and then he was faking it and coming to the head, and it was good from Stipe. Like, it was really good from Stipe. But yeah, definitely I think DC should have probably tried to wrestle him a bit more.
Nah, absolutely, especially with those body shots coming in. When you saw that first one, you could see the reaction in DC, and Stipe obviously, I think he said he heard them once or something, and that was it. It was just obviously going to the body, and then switching it up to the head. Do you think we'll see DC back in there? I know obviously he's just lost his father recently, but do you think we'll potentially see the rubber match between them?
Probably. I'm hoping he doesn't retire. Like, he's a good fighter. He's a good guy. He seems to be like a nice seemed kind of guy, you know what I mean? So I'd like to see the trilogy. I'd paid for it.
I would. What do you think?
I think so, but
do you think it would? How do you think if they fought or much? How do you think that would go? Do you think it would be much of the same, or do you think DC would change up his?
I just think because of the size of him, I've seen him in person. He's like a big middleweight, really. It's just he needs to lose the weight, get down to middleweight, and start fighting the guys his size, because he's clearly one of the best, but he's not the best. There's John Jones and there's Stipe, and I think if they run it back again, I think Stipe would get him again, and same for John Jones. Yeah,
I think John Jones is a bit of an outlier. He's not the most likeable character in the sport. But
can't deny how good he is, though.
Oh no, he's absolutely he's quality. He's a great fighter. He's shown that. I think as well. We were talking about DC no using his wrestling. I think that was a surprise for John Jones. I felt that his last fight against Santos, he could have used his wrestling and made that a lot easier. But he always seems to go the hardest route. I would think.
Yeah, he does. I don't know. Maybe he's testing himself.
As you as a fighter, would you ever take that option, the hardest route, or you just like
Definitely
I'll go the easiest
in for
way?
first round finishes. Like, I'm all about first round finishes.
So you're not about that overtime then?
You don't get paid for overtime.
Whoever you look at, would you take the easiest way, or?
I just think that was a stupid way for him as well. Yeah.
Aye.
He could have beat him so easy, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's just one of the ones. And with something else I was going to bring up. You mentioned Team Alpha earlier. Did you see the Paige Van Zandt interview?
Yeah.
On Ariel, and she was obviously discussing. So it's a topic that always comes up in MMA. Is money, because it's something that seems to be scarce for fighters. But it says a lot. I think Paige Van Zandt's obviously got a massive name, and she was saying that, granted, she does look pretty good on Instagram, but she makes more money for Instagram than she does for pictures. Do you think that's surprising, or is that something that you would come to expect?
As a fighter, it's definitely not surprising. Like, I think fighters get underpaid, even at the top. I think maybe Conor McGregor gets overpaid, but that's about it. But I think fighters get underpaid for the things that they actually need to go through. But each to their own. If she's making more money on Instagram, then why not? If I can make more money on Instagram, then...
What I'm trying to ask you, Scott, is if you put a bikini on and you'll make money off Instagram, is it something you're willing to do?
I'll put a bikini on and make money.
I've had it. If anybody wants to pay Scott to wear a bikini, he's open to offers.
I'm definitely open to offers.
But money it's something that we come back to a lot, because it is scarce in a sport where a lot of people do get rich in the sport, but it's I guess it's kind of a reflection in society. There's a small minority, mainly promoters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is it something that makes it really difficult as a fighter? So even when you're on a big show like Cage Warriors, the pay's not enough for you just to survive on.
No, definitely not. I think the only way you can sort of start surviving is when you're on like Bellator, UFC obviously, and like One, maybe Brave as well. I think they pay quite well. But until you get to these big ones, and you can't live on it.
Aye.
You know what I mean? Unless you're fighting every weekend.
Aye.
You know what I mean? You can't. It's physically impossible to live on that amount of money. So I think I definitely think Cage Warriors should pay more money. Just because they're a big show. You know what I mean? I'm sure they've got a lot of money behind there. Well, at least like they look like they do anyway. They've got a lot of like promotion and stuff like that. So it'd be better if guys can get paid a wee bit more. But at the end of the day, I'm not even caring about money, because I was caring about money the last time, and I was complaining about what I got and stuff. Obviously I had to pay my medicals and that, and I ended up like basically having 300 quid from my fight, right, which was pretty crap. But now I'm like, I've quit my job, I'm happy having no money. Well, kinda. Right, I'm happier in myself, because I'm not trying to chase money. You know what I mean? I'm just happy being happy at the moment. So I'm happy. I'm grateful for this, obviously, opportunity for fighting for the belt, and that's the main thing. Like, these are all just stepping stones for me to get to the big shows.
So almost then, like, feeling the same applies for you, like, obviously fighting in the same shows. It almost like you feel that you just need to make these sacrifices now to get to the level where that comes, where you can make a comfortable living as a fighter. Is that something you feel is you just need to focus on that, where you're going with your career?
Yeah, definitely. I think for me personally, if they paid the fighters more money, then more fighters can be full time, which would then give them better fighters. Yeah, which then gives better fights. You know what I mean? So I think if they were to pay them more money, like I've just said, like, the people will stop working, they'll start training full time. Like, I know guys that, well, obviously like myself, that was working full time, and then I would need to go wake up at 5:30 in the morning, come home from work straight to the gym, coming home, getting home at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, going to my bed, waking up, doing the exact same thing, and not really enjoying training. I was enjoying training, but it's just like every day when I woke up I was like, fucking hell, I'm going to need to go for a run at 5:30. Like, it was either go for a half an hour run or get up at 5 and then do an hour in the gym with someone that's also has to get out of their bed at the same time. It's hard to get other people out of their bed at the same time, because they've got no benefit to that, really. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the only pro guy in our gym, So it's hard to get people to train at that time.
Aye.
And I'm quite lazy as well. Like, I like my sleep, so like now definitely when I'm waking up, even now I'm doing some like PTs and that now and again, and I'll get up at 6 and it's fine. I can get up and give somebody a PT at 6 o'clock all day long,
and that's
getting up and going out and in the freezing cold and lifting up heavy poles in the mud and pissing rain.
I've never heard you moan about scaffolding before.
Never. Yeah, scaffolding's a great job, by the way. Just always scaffold.
Just maybe you weren't made for scaffolding.
I was definitely not made for scaffolding.
Maybe the takeaway for that. And with regards to yourself, Luke, as well, again, the money side of things, is that not something you think about? Or I guess the same question that I gave to Scott there.
Yeah, that's the thing. If we were chasing money, we wouldn't be doing this now, and that's why there's only so many top level fighters, because people give up. It's easy to give up and get a decent job. Right. I'm a qualified plumbing and nearly did the gas. I was halfway through that course and I just sacked it all off and came up here. But it's easy to make money, but are you going to be happy or do what you want to do? So
that's it. So do you almost feel like you just didn't go through with that, what you're saying, like the plumbing and gas, because it would maybe take away for the focus you had in your fighting career?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm happy now. I mean, I've started working a little bit of part-time work just to tick over, but I just finished that. I'm doing 4 weeks of just training now, getting all my diet in check, because you're either all in or you're not in at all. So, and you're enjoying sampling life out in Edinburgh and stuff like that? Yeah, definitely, man. I've been working security at the festival, so it's been good. Yeah, it's been tough though. You work until 3:30 in the morning, and then you're up here getting punched in the face Sunday morning for sparring by UFC fighters. So, as alarm clocks go, that's a pretty good one. Trying to get back to sleep after getting punched is not easy. So I'm just glad I'm going to be getting 8 hours again. Yeah. Same as Scott, recovery, man. You can't recover when you're not sleeping and stuff. So it's good. With regards to you, how long is it you've now been training in the gym now? How long have you been out here? I came for a week in January, and then I started again in February, so probably start February, mid-February time. So you're acclimatised to Scottish life now? Yeah. How are you doing with the accents? Not bad, man. I can understand everyone. So what about when you went up to Dundee? Because it's a wee bit of a switch for down this way up to Dundee. Were you speaking Broad Dundonian when he was up? Nah. I'm the only guy in our gym that doesn't speak Broad Dundonian. I think most of our guys are like quite well spoken. I think. I think once you get into the Bronx, where I was brought up, it's quite rough. Like all my mates, I'll speak like that when I'm around my mates. I'll put on like the full Dundonian accent. But for things like this, if I was to speak like proper Dundonian, you probably wouldn't understand the word I said. So do you ever get any stick when you're on something like this, and you're changing your accent slightly and speaking a bit more proper? You speaking posh for you wee poof. That's like your pals always bring you back to reality, don't they? That's it. Well, we're on the UFC 241 card. Obviously another fight on there. Probably more anticipated than the heavyweight, to be fair, was the return of Nate Diaz fighting Anthony Pettis. Nate Diaz had been off for 3 years, but it didn't look like he'd really missed a beat. No. What did you think of his performance look? Yeah, he's a veteran, man. He's training every day pretty much. I knew he was going to show up and be good, and I just thought he would... I thought he'd get him in the third round, to be fair. I thought he'd get a finish, but he said he got tired trying to rush the fight because it was a 3-rounder. But yeah, I thought he'd come out on top cardio wise. How big something we hear a lot is how important cardio is. How big do you feel? You were talking about your cardio earlier. How big is that? How big a weapon is cardio in a fight? Yeah, well, my last fight, that was literally just an experiment to see if I had the cardio to deal with these top level guys, because before working full time, I wasn't working as hard as everyone else in the gym. Well, pro wise anyway. I just wasn't doing the work, and I sort of fluked where I got just fried, burning out in the first round. Maybe if those fights had been longer, it wouldn't have been the same. But now my cardio's up there. I feel like I can go hard for 3 rounds, and it's definitely different. I feel like I could have finished Higgins so easy, because when I hurt him, I didn't really capitalise, because I was sort of saving the gas tank to see how far I could go. And I mean, I still got to be careful, but I think I can go pretty hard 1 and 2, rounds 1 and 2 in this next one. So. Yeah.
And did you know have a wee bit of back and forth with Higgins' is it girlfriend or wife or partner while you were in the case? Tell us a wee bit about that if you can remember what happened.
Well, I had his back, and I don't know, she was shouting some shit, and his corner team was shouting some shit, but the corner team was telling me I had a shit haircut when I was on top. And then I had the back, and then she was like, yeah, he's getting tired, Connor. I was just turning around like, no, I'm not. I had his back, like, joking away at him, but yeah, I was just sort of preserving myself. I wish I'd have done more in that fight, looking back, but it's my first one out of high level, first one fighting full time. So, yeah, I got the cardio to do it now. So
yeah, and presumably as well, when you come out of that fight, you're going to get a lot of feedback for the likes of James. So you're getting a lot of feedback, and that's something you can continually work on as you're progressing through your career.
Yeah, that's it. I've looked at that fight. I've seen all the mistakes, and I'm fixing them slowly.
Perfect. And again, I'll come with the Nate Diaz fight. Did it go the way you thought it was going to go, Scott?
I either thought Pettis was going to knock him out in the first couple of rounds with like one of these fancy kicks, or Diaz was going to win by decision. Diaz looked a bit, I'm not going to say shit, but he looked not very good in the first round, I think. And then he just started pouring on him. It kind of played out exactly how it went. Like, I thought Pettis would have knocked him out, but he never knocked him out. So then Diaz went on and just destroyed him for the rest of the fight. You know what I mean? It's
just that style that both the Diaz brothers have got. It's they're not hitting you away. It's not that they're not powerful shots, they're not full power, but it's just smothering.
Yeah.
There's just no chance to breathe. Again, it's using that cardio as a weapon. And how big do you feel the cardio is in a fight?
Definitely. For someone like, for myself, I feel I'm quite explosive, so I felt we've worked a lot on that. Like, I felt I was using a lot more energy than I needed to be in a fight.
Yep.
And I'm obviously still going to be explosive. That I've just got the cardio now to continue it through the rounds. Obviously, the last one, I felt like I probably could have won if it was over 2 rounds. I feel like I could beat anybody in the world over 2 rounds. We'll see how it goes on this one, and then we'll see how it goes once I get through to the next one, you know what I mean? So we'll see. And
the other thing with the tournament format, it obviously does change things going in because of that. You potentially going into another fight. Is there do you think as well when you're coming in and your opponent as well? Do you think you have to have an element of control in what you're doing in there and just picking your moments and trying to conserve, or how do you view it in that aspect?
We were actually speaking about this earlier on. It's like, what do? Do you go out there and try and win really quick? Yeah. Or do you ride it out for the 2 rounds? But if it's riding it out for the 2 rounds, you're not guaranteed to win each round. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it could be a 3rd round, and then you could be fucked for the next round even if you do go through. So, and then on the other side, it can be they two can win in the first round. Well, obviously one wins in the first round. He's going into the next fight feeling super fresh. Yeah. I've just had a 3-round war. You know what I mean? So it's sort of catch-22. So what do you do? I don't know.
It's one of the ones with tournaments as well, not necessarily. One of the good things is as well, a lot of tournaments will have guys waiting in the wings, but those guys aren't. I think Mark Hunt, he won a tournament where he came in as an alternative, but obviously the other 2 guys are going to be fighting as well, so they're not potentially going to be coming in fresh. But with tournaments, is there a worry? Sometimes the best guy doesn't always win them, because you get incidents happen. An injury can put you out of the second fight. Is that something you just need to block out your mind and go, it is a tournament, it is what it is, you just need to get in there and do what you can do?
I think that's what I like about it. It's different. So for me, having 2 fights in the one night's amazing. I've had so many pullouts, so I'm like happy for just to get the 2 fights on my record. You know what I mean? All these fights that I've trained for, and then they've pulled out on the Wednesday, the Thursday. You know what I mean? Now I'm getting to do 1 training camp and then fight twice. So for me, it's ideal.
I think you were carrying a bit of a curse about you for a while there. It seemed that way anyway. It was never seemingly working out. Are you glad that it's hopefully behind you now and you're getting?
I feel I've got a wee bit of a target on my head now, which is good, which is going to give guys the incentive to fight me. I think before my record wasn't the greatest, so it was a risky fight for guys, you know what I mean? So now with that target, I think guys are going to be willing to accept the fights.
Well, that's it as well. I guess you're up there and guys are probably looking at you. Either you're up there, you've been a title challenger, potentially going to be the title holder. So guys are looking at you as now they want to get to where you are. Because I guess the obvious thing for both of you is Cage Warriors, and they make no bones about it, but Cage Warriors is a stepping stone onto bigger things.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Which I guess leads me into my next thing. I've been looking recently at like One Championship quite a lot and looking at the numbers they do, and obviously they've got really good divisions in the lower weights. Obviously for yourself, they've got probably the best that's ever done it at 125. I didn't actually think he lost his fight against Cejudo, to be honest. But when you look at promotions at that, are you kind of setting your mind that UFC's the route you want to take, or things like One Championship, who are, I mean, they're getting better views than the UFC. I think they're averaging like 11 million digitally and terrestrially, so that's massive.
I've been looking like quite a lot into One. The only thing they don't disclose any payments, so you don't actually know how much a fighter's getting. I think Ben Askren was the only guy to ever disclose how much he got. So it'd be interesting to see how much each guy's getting. Even at like the lower level, whatever. But I think one for me are doing everything right. I hate all that trash talk, shit like that, man. So they're going in, they're martial artists, they're fighting for that fight at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And then they come out there, shake hands, and they're still martial artists at the end of the day. That's me. For me, it's a sport, whereas sometimes I feel in the UFC they kind of make things really personal. And I'm not about that at all.
No, it's definitely one of the things. It's a totally different culture. Obviously, a lot of people, and I hate using the word ignorant, but a lot of people just don't know about One FC and how big they are, how big the Asian market is. They're the big reason why the UFC is really struggling to crack that market there. But I think money wise, I think their fighters are paid and compensated very, very well, especially because of the amount of money they've got behind them. And that is the other thing as well. It does seem to suit guys like Demetrius Johnson's come out and says he loves it over there because of the culture. And look, for yourself, look, in terms of that, is it One FC something you've looked at?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking at any of them till they give me an offer. So
it's just
I'm
a case
too
of
far, but yeah, they're good, man. They're paying good as well. So
you're just about seeing what you can do in Cage Warriors now and where that takes you down the line.
I'm all about the next offer, man. And if they ain't offering, I'm not looking into them too much.
That's it. And like I say, there's a few routes that seem to be open to fighters now. Obviously, Bellator's. But is that for you as a fighter? Is that quite a good thing that you've got options, or is it?
I think definitely there's options there now, which is the options weren't really there before. Even guys in the UFC now, like for Scotland, you know, that was quite unheard of. But you're getting more and more Scottish guys in the UFC. You're getting Scottish guys now in Bellator, so. It's definitely all these routes. I think at the end of the day, a fighter wants to fight and make money from fighting and do something that he loves, and that's wherever you're going to be able to do that. That's where I'll go.
And there is, as you get into the UFCs, there's opportunities. Well, we've just obviously seen Stevie Ray. His next fight against Michael Johnson. I mean, that's a big name. Michael Johnson's been around for a long time. He's fought at the highest level, fought obviously Khabib. So that's obviously a massive opportunity for Stevie. So they are there for Scottish guys, and guys like Stevie, Paul Craigs are leading the way going into the UFC. But I guess there is other routes now open to you, which makes things a bit easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and with regards to the culture over at UFC, we've seen recently a couple of things happening. Conor McGregor, obviously, he's probably not shining the best light in MMA. First off, what did you think of the left hand?
I felt the guy took it well.
He seemed to take it well. He seemed to sort of just eat it and crack on with his drink.
It's like just drinking his pint. Has again if you want, mate.
Is that the key to taking a Conor McGregor left hand? Get a few drinks, didn't you?
Okay, must be. No drinking his whiskey.
And we've seen obviously BJ Penn again, as I was saying to you before we come on. See, when you see guys like that, BJ Penn still fighting on. He's now getting into bar fights. He's getting some victories in the bar fights at least, so that's something. He's picking up some wins. But it's quite a sad thing to see in it with guys like BJ Penn who are legends. Do you kind of feel that they should just cut BJ Penn or just not offer him fights anymore?
Probably. I would say so. I think he's past it. He's probably just fighting because he he still wants to fight, but every fighter is going to want to fight for as long as they could fight. I think if he's making money from fights, he's going to just keep on fighting.
I think he's quite wealthy though. I think money's never been a thing for BJ, because he comes from quite a wealthy background.
Yeah, I think he should definitely hang up gloves, like.
Aye.
But as you've seen, like you seen Uriah, obviously put the gloves back on, he comes back and knocks out a contender. You know what I mean? So,
Ricky Simon's he's no joke. He's a really good fighter. When you first heard, I know you've trained out in Alpha Mill, when you first heard Uriah was coming back, what was your thoughts? Did you think he's going to come back and do well?
When I was out there, he was saying that he was itching for a fight. So it was no surprise really. I've seen him on there and I've seen him sparring my guys, and he's still the same Uriah Faber. Yeah. I think the break's done him a little bit good. He's just had a kid in that as well, so he's got new incentive as well. So I think he's always going to be Uriah Faber. He's always like, he's one of the first in the gym, one of the last to leave. Like he trains like a madman. Yeah. And that's what you need to be a champion, man.
Do you think that's set? Do you think we see a Uriah Cejudo?
I don't know. Maybe. I think Uriah was calling for it. Like Cejudo called for it obviously after his fight as well, but Cejudo cringes me out so bad, man.
Did you see the video he done with the 3 belts?
Oh, it's just why? You know
I don't know. It's even worse than Colby Covington, I think.
I like Cejudo as a fighter and I like Kobe as a fighter, but I feel. Did you see the video of Kobe when he's giving the young guy advice? You see that?
I saw that.
See that to me, he seems like quite a genuine guy.
Yeah.
Right, but when he puts on all this fake act, and it's like, what the fuck's the point in that?
I guess the problem is his fighting skills. His fighting skills have always been great, but it's just that's got him to where he is.
Yeah.
But no, that's great, guys. Listen, I think we'll wrap up on that, and we'll let you get back to Dundee and let you get back home as well. So thanks for coming on, guys, and obviously
thanks,
best of luck in your fight, Scott. I really hope to see you back up in Scotland with the belt, and obviously really look forward to seeing you in the show, and
thanks, man,
and hopefully getting another win on Cage Warriors.
Yeah, definitely.
Brilliant.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.